In the previous lesson, we installed the first domain controller of the forest. In this lesson, we will learn about the ITLifeSkills AD forest structure. This allows us to figure out the options to install and configure the next domain controllers. Here are the learning objectives. First of all, we will learn about the physical locations of ITLifeSkills, then the network connectivity. After that, we will learn about the Active Directory forest design. From there, we will have the domain controller arrangement for each location. And finally, we will sum up the lesson with the keynotes. ITLifeSkills have three locations. The first location is in Chicago, and it is the data center. And the second location is Aurora. It is the main office. And it also has a branch office in Elgin. Here is the network diagram for ITLifeSkills. As you can see, Chicago Data Centers is a hub site where all the offices are connected to it. And Chicago is a site with the subnet 10.0.0.0/23, and it has a default gateway 10.0.0.2. Aurora main office is a site with the subnet 10.10.0.0/23, and the default gateway is 10.10.0.2. The Elgin office is a site with the subnet 10.20.0.0/23, and the default gateway is 10.20.0.2. One more thing is that in Elgin office, we have a physical concern where someone may break in at any time. Let's talk about the forest design for ITLifeSkills. In the AD forest of ITLifeSkills, we have two domains. The first domain is the empty root domain ITLifeSkills.local, and the second domain is the resource and account domain, which is hq.itlifeskills.local. Let's talk about the domain controller arrangement for the domain itlifeskills.local. As we know, we have already installed the first domain controller cpvdc01 in the previous lesson. Now it is your assignment to install the second domain controller cpvdc02 to increase the reliability of this domain. For the domain controller arrangement in hq.itlifeskills.local domain, we will work together to install the first domain controller or PVDC01, and it is your assignment to install the second domain controller or PVDC02 to increase the reliability of this main office. Because of the physical security concern in Elgin office, we only install one domain controller, Elg PVDC01, and it is the read-only domain controller. As you can see, Chicago Data Center has the highest physical security and the highest power and internet connection reliability in this system. Therefore, in a real working environment, we usually install an additional domain controller for the domain hq.itlifeskills.local at Chicago Data Center. This is very important because hq.itlifeskills.local is the account and resource domain. So if the domain controllers in other locations are down for any reason, we still have users remote to the data center and continue working. This is the end of this lesson. Let's read the keynotes.